boards are taking so long to decide who's eligible, Steve and Donna are starting to doubt whether they want to ride the emotional roller coaster or whether they shouldn't just try for a normal pregnancy.
But part of me thinks that maybe this is a journey that we don't take. And I don't want to think that, because I do want to have another child. I really desperately want to have another child. But all the options that I'd completely discounted because of the emotional impact on me are actually starting to look like the lesser of the evils. And I never thought I'd say that.
What is one of those other options?
Getting pregnant naturally, having an amnio.
Which would tell you what?
Whether the baby had CF or not.
And if you got that verdict back from the amnio, what would you do then?
I couldn't bring a child into this world with CF again. And I know I couldn't do that. I mean, we adored Chase, but not again.
Months of delay seem likely before Donna finds out if she qualifies for PGD. And she's not sure if she can go the distance. By Christmas 2006, Sean and Monique O'Neill have been waiting for over a year to get started on the treatment that would help them avoid having another child affected by cystic fibrosis. It's been a tough year, trying to start a new business, coping with bouts of sickness for Liam, and they've reluctantly decided to drop out of the PGD cycle for the time being. It's just too hard for them right now.
I just phoned up and I left a message for the nurses, and I just said, look, this is just the wrong timing for us, and I'm struggling with health problems. Liam's been in hospital and it's just too much, and it was the right decision, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can only cope with so much. We were already up to here.
Yeah, we had to pull things back and just do the best thing for the family, really.
Sean and Monique will review their situation in a few months' time. Getting pregnant naturally is not on their agenda. They regard it as too risky. That leaves this family with very limited options. However, Donna Slater has cleared the last of the hurdles, and she goes into Christmas with the prospect of a New Year pregnancy using PGD looking strong. It's been a tough year for Chase health-wise. With several stays in hospital, he's doing reasonably well now that the warmer weather's here.
Cool. It's going to be a cool Christmas though, isn't it? And you're going to get rid of that snotty nose, aren't you? Yes. This is the first lot.
So Donna is now out of the starting blocks, and having started the PGD process, she's going for the prize. But there's pain in the journey, real pain.
It took me 45 minutes to get the needle anywhere near me, and I had cold sweats. I rang a girlfriend to say, what do I do? And then while I was talking on the phone, it just kind of went in. So that was all right, because they tell you to jab it in, and it's really quick. But I did it really, really slow, and it was actually less painful doing it slow. So.
Now, what is in there?
Buserelin. It basically shuts down my body, and it sends me into menopause. And then in a few weeks' time, they flick a switch and go the other way. I'm hoping it doesn't hurt too much. In fact, that looks really bent. And I'm not sure whether it's cutting off the circulation that stops the pain or if it's just easier to do it this way.
This is all designed to get Donna's reproductive system into overdrive, ready to make as many strong eggs as possible, so she and Steve have a better chance of getting multiple suitable embryos.
And that's it. Easy peasy.
January 2007. It's now more than a year since Steve and Donna decided to go with PGD. They'd hoped a new year, after all the needles, the hormonal juggling acts, and the hoping and praying, that Chase's new healthy sibling would at least be born this year. But Donna's just received the news that the techniques employed to make her hyperfertile have probably not stimulated sufficient eggs to make the next stage of PGD worthwhile.
I think we went through all the feelings on Sunday of, should we pull the plug? Is having only one child just meant to be? Are we just being selfish? We should be thankful for what we've got. Anger, frustration. All those feelings just all within a couple of hours. Thinking about it all night, was I just being selfish as a woman? You know, I should be grateful for what we've got. But there's this part of me that says no. I'm sure we're meant to have another child.
It's likely they will proceed with the first round of PGD, but as a new year starts, the chances of it working first time round are rather dim. The odds are they're going to give it their very best shot. Finally, in March 2007, the team at Fertility Associates gets ready for Steve and Donna's arrival. A routine day for the staff, a momentous day for the couple. Donna is very firm about the way she wants things to go today. She wants to be completely sedated for the part where clinic staff extract her eggs.
I'm a control freak. I know this, and it's my way of managing, and being able to ask for that was really hard. But knowing that they can do it kind of took a lot of the pressure off today and my fear.
Now begins a delicate process. Donna prepares to drift off into a twilight world as her eggs are extracted. And Steve gets ready to do his bit, providing several 100 million sperm for Bert to work with.
Oh, just grab the whole thing and let me show you the special route that's in here. We have 101 million sperm per mil. So we know because there's so many, we're not needing to put a huge amount of the seminal fluid on these layers. So here they are. You see them in the ones and twos, rather than the hundreds of millions.
It's at pivotal times like these that Steve's mind turns to the wider reasons of why they're doing all this. There's an inevitable tug on his heartstrings as he ponders what kind of life awaits their firstborn, the boy with so much energy but such tenuous health prospects.
Chase would make a very good doctor. And as I was just saying, you know, it's a sad thing because probably someone like him and what he does know, and then to be a doctor, it sounds true, you can practice what you preach. But sadly, Chase probably won't get to that ability or that age to follow a dream like that. Yeah, shit. That's a tough one. I guess every parent's dream to bring up their children. In this case, I can't protect them.
The egg harvesting has gone well.
2 eggs.
Don't know if he wants to film getting the pot handed over.
So that's great. So that gives us, now we're about I think to get through the whole process gives us about a 25% chance. So we'll take what we've been given.
But they haven't collected as many eggs as they'd hoped.
Two's better than none. At least they got two. So, yeah. And we only need one good one. At the end of the day, we only need one.
Only 2 viable eggs makes it a bit of a line call for Fertility Associates. Ideally, they'd have liked more to shorten the odds for Donna and Steve of only getting embryos that aren't CF affected. The next stage of the journey is complex for the scientists and contains several major hurdles for the couple. Hurdles they'll have to cross before they know what their future family will look like. It's a waiting game at Donna and Steve's place in Ngaruahia. They know the phone will go eventually with news about whether they have embryos that are free of cystic fibrosis. At Fertility Associates, Bert Stewart is undertaking a task that requires maximum skill. From the fragile 8-cell embryos he now has under his microscope, he delicately extracts 2 single cells, which will be sent to specialists in Australia to analyse.
See, it's just drawing itself into the pipette. And we don't want to burst it, that'll be real bad news. So that it comes. Come on.
Each of the tiny cells contains a truly mind-boggling array of information, including the information Steve and Donna so desperately need. Whether this embryo is destined to become a child with cystic fibrosis. Specialists in Melbourne will now examine the cells and within a day or so should be able to tell Steve and Donna what they need to know. If either embryo is not CF affected but is a carrier of the gene, they can still proceed to implant the embryo in Donna. The child, although healthy, will be able to pass CF on to the next generation, but will not be sick.
Hello, Donna speaking. Speaking. Hi. Yes. So they're both carriers. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay. Yep, today. We're on our way shortly. Okay. Thank you. Bye. They're both carriers. They don't have CF, which is a really, really good thing, but they are both carriers. I know that's not ideal. But we're carriers, and we're all right. We're normal.
It's got to be. Oh well, we're off to from it.
Donna is going to have the healthier of the 2 embryos placed in her womb, and then all everyone can do is wait. On an April morning, Chase is in hospital for some treatment. And the Slaters have just taken the call they've been waiting for about whether they're pregnant. It's not the news they wanted to hear.
I mean, it sucks that it's bad news. And I wish it wasn't, but it is. There's nothing I can do about it. And it's not anybody's fault. I mean, everybody did their jobs. And they did them well. Just didn't work. I'm getting old.
Meantime, just down the road, something has happened in the lives of Sean and Monique O'Neill. Something completely unexpected. They'd been so careful. A couple who'd lost a child to cystic fibrosis and had another who continues to struggle with the condition are unexpectedly pregnant. Not through PGD, but the old-fashioned way.
Who are you going to be on your birthday, Liam?
Luke. Feel the force, Luke. I had a couple of pretty bad days.
Yeah, we sort of lived in the dark hole for a few days.
Yeah. But then
Dark hole?
just a place where you don't really want to go too often. But
what's happened has happened, and we accept that this is how it is, and we also, well, we both believe that everything happens for a reason, and I wouldn't change anything in my life, you know, I wouldn't change